We have coffee, water, things to work on. We're in good shape. How is everyone? We are back for, I believe this is the third video. I think that's what I put on the title for the BoxTurtle build. Last one didn't go so well. This one's going to go much better. We should, I said it at the beginning of the last one and it went sideways, but we should be able to get all the hardware done today. I do have my co-host with me today. If I can find the right scene. You think I'd be prepared by now, but no. There she is.
Good morning. Hello, everybody.
Clapping for the addition of the co-host.
Hello.
So, it's been some interesting times in the basement. I'm working on multiple projects at the same time.
For the hay, it's spring. Fun.
For the hay, it's spring. Fun.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, that was yesterday, right? The first official day of spring. Nice.
Well, Thursday, actually, at 4:04 a.m.
Thursday. What day is it? Is it the 20th?
Today's the 22nd.
Okay.
The first day of spring was the 20th this year,
All right.
and at 4:04 a.m. was the spring equinox.
Excellent. So you have all the facts this morning. I
looked
appreciate
them up
that.
the other day.
Well, you didn't. You should have just said you knew.
I have these things memorized.
Exactly.
Ask
there we
me
go.
about the year 2054.
I know all about 1988, and that's it.
Right.
Actually, that's not true. I don't know much about that. 91, I know more about. Anyway, we went through some challenges with the re-spoolers on the BoxTurtle. That was probably self-inflicted with the bearings being able to slide easily on the shafts. I took them all apart and I actually polished them with a wheel, so there weren't any burrs or anything like that, and put them back together. And we're talking like a fabric wheel, not not like I ground them down. But they fit much better. I put them all back together. All the re-spoolers are done now. They're looking good. Also, and I'll have to get a camera ready for that, I did a few odds and ends, but not really that much other than that. Just trying to get us caught up. Table. There you go. So you have this thing they call the turtleneck, and there's actually a second version now, and it looks like this. So I put this together. So what this does is, so the BoxTurtle tries to keep it so you don't have to have a buffer, right? You don't have to put filament back on the spool. You have to put back the BoxTurtle puts filament back on the spool, does not need a buffer. But not every spool is the same size, right? So this is just kind of a small buffer to tell the re-spooler to stop spooling or to spool again or whatever. There's two switches inside here. And if it needs to compensate at all, this part will slide. So it'll get longer or shorter, and trip those switches to tell the motors, what you need to do. Put more on, take more off, all that good stuff. So that is the turtleneck concept. I did put that part together. And there's like some switches that you screw down to some plastic pieces that are going to go underneath, just in-stop switches. Nothing super exciting. Where we're going to start now, actually this is the part that I'm going to skip. But this is the part where you would want to flash the board, get all your electronics tested, everything ready to go in this project, because you're going to want to put it all together, get everything wired up, and test it. So the LDO kit comes with a board that looks like this, so you can plug all your motors in, your switches, all that good stuff. I got the stepper drivers loaded on there, but it's CAN bus. And one thing you need to be mindful of if you're using CAN, one, the printer that you're going to hook up to needs to support CAN. We're going to be using the Trident. It has an octopus board. It does support CAN, but it does it through an RJ11 connector, which I did not have a good workaround for. I ordered a cable, so we'll do that next time. They do give you a CAN bus style connector, this Molex Mini Junior JR, I don't remember. I heard somebody call it something one time, and it's been stuck in my brain. I don't know exactly what they call it, which Molex connector that is. They do give you one, but you're going to have to build some sort of cable. The BoxTurtle inputs 24 volts, and then you're going to have low and high for CAN in that four-way connector on this board. we'll go over all this. This is a lot of information, but this is my brain dump of stuff that's happened in the last 2 weeks. So we're gonna have to separate the power out going to the board, and we're gonna have to talk to that octopus through that special connector. Other boards aren't gonna have this problem, but we have a few things to get around to use it on the Trident. With that said, we can go ahead and continue the base build. So with all that, Microfit 3.0, Thunderkeys said. So there you go. And this is meant to handle the rotation difference. You see, inherited difference rotation between toolhead and the BoxTurtle. There you go. And Thunderkeys is in the chat, by the way, if you need to know, very specific information about the BoxTurtle. He is the person to do that.
Lots of fun people in the chat today.
Who we got?
We got Thomas, Mike Fancy, Jerry is here. Who else is here? Gerard's here. Hello, Gerard. Let's see. Andrew Rogers is here. Martin from Iceland is here.
Awesome.
So there you are. Oh, wait. Martin is not here. Sorry. That's Jerry.
You're foretelling the future.
That's right. He'll pop in later. He told me.
The Filament Faithful. I like that.
The Filament Faithful. There you are.
I did forget to print the bracket that holds the board, so I think that's where we'll start today. I'm just going to put that together and then put it on here just to get one more part out of the way while we chat.
There we go. Hello, Gerard. You asked if I have a new haircut. No, I'm growing it out. It's getting longer. So I have it in a big curly ponytail today. So I'm just lazy. But I'm growing it out. Long hair now. For a little bit. Not super long. So there you are. So the funny thing happened when I got older. I don't know what exactly. But as I got older, my hair seemed to get curlier.
You got older?
Yes,
that's not possible,
it
dear.
It's happening. Time is marching on. And anyway, though, my hair has gotten curlier in my old age, so I'm trying to figure out how to navigate that and how to manage it. Your hair's one way your entire life, and then things start happening. And now...
Let's call that zest.
No, it's curly. We just lost our hair. Well, fair enough. Oh, I have to run now. I just wanted to say hi. Have a great stream, Chris and Jackie and everyone. Bye, Thomas. Thanks for coming by.
Yes, thank you, Thomas. Always good to see you.
Yep.
So yes, I am in the middle of multiple builds. So we've got the BoxTurtle that I tried to get a little bit of stuff caught up on. Again, like I said, I was missing some parts, so I at least got those printed. You'll see the Core 1 is back there printing some parts. I'm working on finishing up the sourcing for the Moldex because we do intend to bring the Moldex to Murph. The Midwest Rep Rap Festival, if you don't know what that is. If you don't know what Rep Rap is, it stands for replicating rapid prototyping in a sense. Rep Rap. But there isn't a more rep rap style machine than the Moldex, so it will be there. But I have to finish it first. And there's some, with any of those types of builds, kind of a community style build, there's going to be some challenges with sourcing. Even though I did kind of have let's call it like an 80% kit for that machine from LDO, there's still some things that we have to figure out. So I've been working on that. So a lot of different projects in flight all at once, it seems like.
There you are. Sergio's here. Hi, Sergio.
Hey, Sergio. A lot of context switching, as we like to say at work.
Yes. Mike says, are you 29 already? I had a birthday last week. I am 47. 47 years old now. So there you are.
How was your birthday celebration?
It was good. We had a nice time, didn't we?
Well, you had more than one celebration.
Well, yes, I did. So I
You went to brunch.
I went to brunch with the girls. I think that was going to be we streamed that Saturday. Thank you, everybody. We streamed that Saturday, and then the next day we went to brunch and we had a lovely time. And we just hung out all day. And then my birthday was Wednesday, the 12th, and I took donuts to work and I ate as many as I wanted. And then we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner, which was fun.
We
That was
did.
very good. Yes.
On your birthday.
On my actual
Yes,
birthday.
Yes.
We had a couple of beverages, which is why I remember why I don't drink beverages during the week.
Yes.
Because I did not feel very good. I mean, not like super, but just tired. You know how it is.
We didn't have that many, but you know.
No, but enough that I did not sleep well. I'm just an old lady now, and things affect me more than they used to. And then last weekend, we had a big weekend. We went to Rancho for dinner and had crunchy tacos and margaritas with tahini on them and Rancho dip. And then did we do anything after that? I think we just went home and hung out. And then Sunday, what did we do Sunday?
We made black and tans. That didn't
that's
go very
right.
well.
We did our Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. We did our St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. So we made corned beef and cabbage in the crock pot, which was very good.
It was
and
delicious.
This year, for you, I don't know. I know you guys are a lot of smokers and grill folks, but for crock potters such as myself, we used the Point. That was new at the store or maybe just the first time I noticed, but they had points and flats available at the grocery store this year. And I think normally we just get a flat, don't we?
Usually you just see flats.
Yeah,
yes.
we just see flats, but this year points were available at the store. So I got a Point because Google said that a Point has a little more fat on it and it's better for the crock pot. So I got us a Point corned beef and made corned beef and cabbage with potatoes and carrots. And it turned out really well, I thought. It was a little fatty, but definitely more tender and a little juicier, and it cooked up real good. So I was quite pleased with the corned beef. Sometimes it comes out a little dry.
Well, the crock pot tends to annihilate everything.
Well, that's true.
So
yes.
it having a little bit more fat for protection definitely helped out.
Yes. Car wants to know, how do you manage to keep from losing parts when you have multiple projects at the same time? He doesn't.
Oh.
He doesn't manage to lose parts. He loses them, and then he buys new ones or prints new ones or finds ones that he's lost before and uses it for that.
In extreme cases, I will have to buy said parts again because I have lost parts in boxes that I found months later. Now, that doesn't always happen very often. The best thing that I've done, which you have to be organized to get this to work, which I am not. So it doesn't work all the time. It works 80% of the time, 100% of the time. I got these really large bins, and I got 3 of them. So if you can get the project before fully cleaned out of the bin, you can use that bin to try to keep everything isolated, but it's still a real challenge. Working on, especially these types of projects, when you have small bags of parts for everything, keeping all of those isolated, it's just... I still got positron build parts over there in a box that I need to find something to do with. So it's a challenge, just to say the least.
Yes. I'd say you have a whole circle of life thing going here, too. That parts, lost parts, new parts.
Yeah, new
parts coming in.
New parts coming in the door go on that shelf.
Right.
And then used parts parts getting ready to be used come here.
Yes.
And then when this project is over, they go in a bin and they go over there.
Yes.
And then it kind of rotates in and out there. But
yes.
Having a dedicated area where nobody else goes is key. That's not possible for a lot of people, so I'm very fortunate.
That's true.
But
yeah, your own little.
It's still.
Yes.
Chaos from myself
Absolutely.
is still a real thing.
Well, creative types,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
they're messy.
You got 5 ideas at once. You got to execute
You
on
gotta
all
do
of
them
them.
all at once.
That's right.
Yes. So back to the corned beef and cabbage. It turned out very well in the crock pot, and I made Irish soda bread with raisins in it. And what did you think of the Irish soda bread?
It was delicious. I ate it like 3 days in a row.
It's good, yeah, and it turns out pretty good. I've gotten pretty good at it. The trick, in my opinion, to quick breads like that. So basically, for me anyway, this is just my opinion now. There might be other opinions out there, but it seems to me like Irish soda bread in particular is more like a giant biscuit with raisins in it. So in my opinion, the less, I mean, you want to knead them a little bit as you would a biscuit. You want to knead that dough a little bit, but don't overwork it because then it won't rise for you. And it seems like the less you handle it a little, but don't handle it too much. It's very quick bread is not as easy for me. I prefer making yeast. Slow bread, I guess, would be a good. I like
Slow bread.
slow bread. I make rolls and loaves of bread like with yeast. That seems a little easier for me. So quick breads are not. I do okay, but it's not my thing, you know. But it turned out okay. Use seltzer water for quick breads. That's a good idea. Yeah, the bubbles probably help, don't they? And then, Gerard, you asked me what beer we use. I put a little Guinness in the crock pot because I had it. We tried to make black and tans, and they did not turn out well. But I think I know where we went wrong. So, and we used Harp and Guinness for that. I think I know where we went wrong. I bought the Guinness in the bottles, thinking Guinness is Guinness, and that's just that. And I was mistaken. I should have bought the cans with the little ping pong ball in it, and I believe that those are made with nitrous. Is that the right gas? There's C2 beer, regular beer, carbonated beer, and then there's I think it's made with nitrous. Anyway, though, it's the canned Guinness with the ping pong ball in it. That's what I should have bought. Nitrogen, thank you, not nitrous. Nitrogen, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, though, and so we made black and tans, but they didn't black and tan very well. That Guinness wouldn't layer for us, but I bought the wrong kind. Next year, though, and we drank them anyway, by the way, because we don't throw away beer in this house. So, beer you drink with a spoon, pretty much. You got to drink the motor oil to get to the fuel.
I'm not a Guinness connoisseur by any means. I have it like once or twice a year. I was not aware that there are multiple types of Guinness. So I was ignorant to that construct.
You know, I saw it and I noticed, but I just didn't think much of it at the time. They didn't have so what happened for me at the grocery store was I found the 4-pack big cans of Harp, right? 16-ounce 4-pack of Harp. And I was looking for the 4-pack 16-ounce cans of Guinness, but they were all gone. And I didn't want to get saddled with a bunch of Guinness. So, and they had 16-ounce, the cans made with nitrogen, but they had like 6 of them. And more than I wanted to deal with. And I was worried that I was going to get saddled with a bunch of beer that we weren't going to drink. And so anyway, so I bought the bottles, and that's where I went wrong. So
Although nitrous would be fun.
Nitrous is, it used to be. I remember, did anybody whippets? Anybody used to do whippets?
Not that we would ever do anything like that.
No, but just in case.
I heard people did that. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Anyway, though, we had a nice time. It was fun. Our black and tans didn't black and tan, but we drank them anyway, and they were good. And we managed to get rid of all the Guinness. So
There
it
you go.
all worked out. Oh, yes. Irish car bombs.
Yeah, that was popular for a little while, wasn't it?
Yes. I prefer snake bite myself, half Harp, half cider.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
That sounds all right. Have you ever heard of an Angry Moon? That is half cider, half Angry Orchard, half Blue Moon. That is pretty good. The angry moon.
You just said half 3 times. What you
half angry orchard, half blue moon.
Okay.
I said cider, but angry
Okay.
orchard being the angry moon.
Gotcha.
And then there's what? Angry orchard and fireball.
I thought this was a new kind of math, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
That's pretty tasty. I don't know if you've ever had that.
I won't drink anything mixed with Fireball. That's just a bad
good
idea.
Lord. Yeah. Yeah. What were we doing for my brunch day where you daytime drinking? We were doing green tea shots, which was a terrible mistake.
Green tea shots.
And then pickle shots, vodka and pickle juice. And those were really good, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Carr says, I'm a wimp. I can't do dark beers. I go for Killian's Irish Red. I do not care for dark beers either. A porter is about as heavy as I like to, dark as I like to go. But, you know, it's St. Patrick's Day. And then, but as far as the Killian's goes, Boulevard makes an Irish ale, and it's a red. And it's pretty good. Blech. Fireball was my late father-in-law's favorite cough remedy.
There you go.
Gross. So,
the only thing to really remember on this, by the way, when you're building, is just the length of wire. So, wherever you put the board, which mine's going on that end, longer wires this way, shorter ones that way. If you're using a kit, that's just FYI while we're building here.
That's it. There you go. So St. Patrick's Day was okay. We hung out, had some beers. Chris hung out while I made soda bread. And we had little pigs in a blanket too for snacks. So the little smokies wrapped in.
Those were wonderful.
Wrapped in croissant and a little egg wash on there. And I dip mine in Dijon mustard. It was pretty tasty. So there you are. We had our little St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. And then, of course, on Monday, we're like, well, it's actually St. Patrick's Day.
There's a few beers left over. We should just go ahead and drink them.
Which we did.
And it was pretty nice outside that day, too.
It was nice. So we went for a walk. We walked down to the corner store and got some drinks. And then we came home and hung outside for a little bit. It was actually a pretty nice day. So... what is it right now, though? A little chilly for us. Let's see. That's not it. Anyway, 53. I think we got a high of like 65 today. So that's all right. But it's only 53 right now. And the weather's supposed to get a little warmer this week and then, cool back off. Typical early spring for us. 65, 70 on a good day. Almost 80. Getting to be that time of year where we have 5 seconds of beautiful spring weather and then it gets really hot.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. 52 in San Francisco. Nice. Is it raining? Is it sunny? What's it doing, Gerard? We got sunny in 67, according to the weather roller coaster. Exactly. Yeah. Here, later in the week, 76 on Friday. So that's typical for us, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's about right. We've had a couple of warm days, but...
except for that one snow that'll crop up in May.
There you go. Yes. Oh, yes. It did snow last Wednesday, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. No snow day, though. Thank God. I'm so sick of snow day.
There was ice on the porch.
School for the rest of my life. So... anyway, there we are.
For those of you following along, I am on section 6 of General Assembly and a Welcome General on page 9, just for anybody that's interested.
All right, here we are.
And most of this just kind of snaps in, so going well so far.
Seems to be going all right. Moving right along.
Like the Muppets.
Yes. So there you are. We had a really nice dope. It's about 2 weeks of, not quite 2 weeks of, and then this week, sorry, I'm kind of lost in thought here. After Sunday or Monday, St. Patrick's Day, we kind of got back, we're back on the straight and narrow, and now we're back on it. Gonna lay low.
She means
until-
boring.
Boring. No,
No
nothing too
excitement.
fancy. Saturday night, we go out to eat. But we eat at home and we mind our calories and gotta be healthy. I know it stinks.
Being not healthy is way more fun.
Right. And then so there we are, back on the straight and narrow. Until the next time. We're going to fish market tonight. Looking forward to that.
Maybe.
Maybe fish market. It's his turn to choose. He likes to keep me in suspense until right up until it's time to go.
I don't know what I want until I'm hungry.
Irritate me. That's what
Maybe.
we're going to fish market. Don't let him fool you.
No.
I'm gonna eat some fried shrimp. They have amazing desserts there. And I'm going to get a big fat piece of strawberry cake. Tastes like Fruity Pebbles. It's so good. It's ridiculous. There you are.
This one needs just a little bit of alignment.
All right. So, anybody else got anything going on? But do they have the cubed jello? No, they don't have cubed jello. Not that I've noticed. But they do have pretty good hush puppies. What's our other thing that we like there? What do you
Everything's
like
pretty
there?
good.
You usually get
They have
catfish.
yeah, they have like a mayonnaise-based hot sauce that they put over shrimp. That's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
I really like that.
A
And
firecracker sauce.
They have just like a shrimp boil that's amazing.
Printing the last piece of a travel guitar. Cool.
Nice.
We did Korean barbecue last night. Super tasty, but I don't know how I feel about the gas grill in the middle of the table.
That's the excitement part. Danger.
Shane's here. I'm reducing calories this week, trying to figure out what's maintainable. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Super tasty. Yeah, I don't think we've ever been to a Korean barbecue place, have we?
Well, I mean, pseudo Korean barbecue.
What we
Like
with the flat top?
Samurai Chef or Benihana's. Kind of
a
like.
place. We went a few years ago. Well, by a few years ago, I think. Didn't we go for Taya's birthday or something once?
Nixon was in office.
Right.
Yes. Something like that.
I'm having trouble pulling the tubes out of my extruders on my XL. Takes 40 kg push on the black fitting to get the tube out.
We talked about this last time. Gerard, did you happen to contact support? I would be really curious if that is like a widespread thing since they switched to the black ones. And I'm sure Festos are very expensive, like Festo brand, compared to, other brands. But it wouldn't put it I wouldn't put it past them to switch back if they're having a lot of problems. Or at least send you 5.
There you go. Andrew says Korean barbecue, they bring the meat to the table and you cook it yourself. I think we're thinking of Mongolian beef or Mongolian barbecue or the Mongolian where you fill a bowl full of stuff and then they cook it for you and put it back in the bowl.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's like
so we have not ever had Korean barbecue. We
It's
might
a
have
pick
to
and
check that
choose.
out. I wonder if there's any places here in town or close to us.
I like the Brazilian barbecue where they just bring a spit of meat and cut you off a piece. That's a great time, but man, it's like an eating competition. You better be ready when you go to one of those things.
Yeah, it's something. Let's see.
All right. M3 wash.
There's some places.
Well, these are by 7s.
There's a few places around here. Maybe we'll check that out. We'll keep that in the queue. Korean barbecue. That might be something fun to try. We're always looking for other things to do, other things to eat. We kind of get on we have about 10 or maybe even less, 8, 10 places that we go to all the time. We just kind of swap them out. Weirdest thing about Korean barbecue is cooking the food. Feels weird cooking your food at a restaurant. Yeah. Gerard, he said yes, and they called me incompetent.
What?
Whoa. I posted the reply in the Prusa XL forum. Wow. Please tap the icon. Oh, whoops. God Lord, I'm having Mike Fancy. I'm just reading them off. I'll read anything on the teleprompter. Anything. Like, please tap the icon to subscribe and support Chris's Basements channel. Who hot is good nonetheless. Who hot? What is Who hot?
Gerard, what is your username on Prusa forums? What if I understand this correctly? You had a bad exchange and then you posted that on Prusa forums, and if you did, I would like to see this.
GJPC is on his. There you are. Yes, for the Brazilian steak place, you gotta starve yourself for a couple of days, and then,
Yes.
and then you can go. Nearest place to Shane is 4 hours away. Korean barbecue. Best Brazilian barbecue I had was in Shanghai. I'll bet it was. It better be. I don't know. It was good. Are you looking?
Trying to find it, but this doesn't. I don't know if their search will allow me to search for user IDs.
All right.
One moment, searching.
General discussion under XL.
I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find it after the stream, because I would like to follow up on that.
Huh.
Anyway,
Moving on. We'll find it. You've piqued his interest, Gerard. He'll take a look. He'll find it when he can sit down and really look. So, all right. Well, Korean barbecue sounds good. Now I'm thinking about Korean barbecue. Maybe we ought to switch up our choice and go to Korean barbecue instead.
Where did you say there was some
There's
places
one
here?
like off of 152, and I really need to I need to sit down and look at it too. Hello from the air, Thunder Keys says. Are you flying? Did you get on a plane? Anybody got PLA broken in the tube in the XL, then can't get it out? Ever happened?
I've had really brittle, like any tube. I don't know if it was on the XL or not. I've had really brittle PLA get broke in route, and hopefully that's what you're talking about, because if it's down in the print head, that's going to be a nightmare. But if it's in the tube, I have a piece of, like, I usually keep like a piece of nylon, you know, yay big, around the printer somewhere, so that I can back flush those with the nylon, because nylon won't ever break. So that's what I do to get it out. But yeah, that can be really annoying if you get a certain type of PLA that is causing you problems.
Hmm. Let's see, flying home from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. That's a long flight.
That is a long flight.
It doesn't break, but a PETG pushes it out of the tube. I print 90% PETG. Car does. Let the tube off, boil it for 2 minutes, and then push out like a limp noodle.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, if it's really stuck in there, like it's ballooned up and you can't get it out of the tube, that is a great
That is a good idea.
great idea.
I haven't printed PLA in more than a year.
Good.
Yeah.
That means filaments are getting easier to print, and printers are doing a better job. So that's good to hear.
Yes. There is a Korean barbecue place in Gladstone. And there is another one. And I think that's the one off of 169. 20 minutes away. So there we go.
And now we know.
Yes, there are 2 in the Northland that
We
we
can-
can that we could check out potentially.
We can go to a restaurant, pay them money, and then cook our own food.
Cook our own food. Yes, it'll be delicious. A fun experience.
It's like cooking at someone else's house.
That's true. Yes. And there you go.
Cutting it square rather than taper. There you go.
Does it tell you to do that?
Mike Fancy tells you to do that. So that means that's just what you do.
Okay. Mike Fancy also says cooking it there is good practice and no mess.
Good. Well, that's true.
Heck yeah.
I could be as messy as I want.
Yes.
And then come here and be as messy as I want because they said it was okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What else? Oh yeah, I hurt my knee at the gym.
Was that? That was 2 weeks ago?
Bummer. It'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday. So I was doing jumping jacks and I think I hyperextended it. That's my guess. I heard a very loud pop and thought, wow, that hurts. And then I was, you know how you kind of like, ooh, dang, you know, and then you kind of, you know, you bend it a few times and give it a little shake and then try to figure out, you know, see where you can go. Andrew says the place we went to had K-pop videos playing on the big screens everywhere. It was interesting. I would love that. The BTS.
Is that what they're called?
I
That's the
believe
only
that's
ones I
BTS,
know.
The pretty Korean boys. Yes. Anyway, though, yeah. So I thought maybe, you know, just kind of work it out and see how. No dice. I had to leave the gym in the middle of class. Wasn't the middle of class. We were only about 3 songs in. I had to leave the gym, and I went to work and I made lunch, but somebody else had to serve it. Because I went home and went to the doctor's immediately because that scares me. My knees aren't the best anyway, so I was afraid that I had really done something to it. And so I went to the doctor and I had an x-ray and he didn't see anything other than arthritis. He didn't see anything. So there you go. I didn't do anything to it. He doesn't think I did anything to it. but it hurt a lot, and it's been hurting for a couple weeks now. It still hurts a little bit. Not terrible, but that's painful. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that was bad news.
Y'all out there have knee problems. I'm looking at total replacement, but not for a while. Hopefully I can keep doing cortisone shots and just kind of put it off for as long as I can. There you are. All right.
This blue color of ASA, you drop a black screw in here. It's like Where's Waldo on a bad day.
Anyone ever printed with Polymaker Fiberon PA6-CF or Fiberon PA6-GF? You know anything about that?
That number sounds familiar. It's PA6CF. I don't know where I've seen that before, but I'm pretty sure. And there's none on the shelf.
Polymaker recommended them for printing bow limbs for my crossbows.
Oh.
Huh. So it's flexible?
No, it would be like,
Or is it?
it's just a certain mix of carbon fiber. So it
there
would
you
be
go.
like really, really strong, but it might have some give. PA6. I don't recall printing. If I have printed it, I haven't printed a lot of it. It's been some time, so I don't have enough experience to give you any guidance. Plus, it's probably extremely expensive, and you don't want to mess any of that stuff up if you don't have to.
There you go. Carbon fiber and glass fiber reinforced.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
No experience with it.
In my state, we have a town of Freedom and a town of Waldo. We have a Waldo here in Kansas City. Well, it's the city of Waldo, but it's one of our suburbs, and it's sort of Waldo is considered sort of a trendy young person's. It's just a neighborhood around here. I think, though, it's kind of, someone says they live in Waldo, they're trendy. So there you go. About $35 a roll, Car says.
Oh, well, that's more affordable than I thought.
For the CF and about $60 for the GF.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to T-glass?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. That's been a while since I've seen any of that.
I don't even know. What is T-glass? Is that what he's talking about? Same kind of stuff?
Glass fill. I think that's because there was a couple of different ones that had glass, but that was the first time that I'd ever heard about it. I almost put that in my mouth. I have a bad habit of like holding screws and things in my mouth while I'm working, especially like drywall, like shooting drywall screws, holding them on the back of your hand, and then like I really try to not do that, but sometimes I still do it.
Depends on whether or not I'm there to help you.
That's true.
To hand him one screw at a time.
If I have my helper, I'll just make her stand close. She'll output screws, and I'll shoot them.
Yep, that's it.
Makes things go much faster, I can tell you that.
I'm a good helper, too.
That's right.
He's got me trained.
You're a good helper.
I am a good helper.
All right, what we got here?
We're still working on The Walking Dead. I don't know who's seen it and who knows anything about it. We just got to Negan. Negan has made an appearance in what is that awful episode. We just got done watching that one. And then if I have 6 screws, I will drop 5. Exactly. And then what else? We started watching a show called Yellow Jackets. It's on Paramount, and Showtime? I don't know. Anybody seen Yellow Jackets?
Gonna have to speed it up. I tell you that.
Yeah, we're gonna move along here.
They're losing me.
Negan brought new life to The Walking Dead, sort of. Yeah, it kind of took a turn, didn't it? But we're trying to hammer. I am not crazy about the Negan episodes. Unfortunately, it kind of ends with him, but we're trying to hammer him out. Oh, we'll see how Chris
something to
stopped
watch.
watching the original when we first started. As the show was airing, now is the time that Chris stopped watching. Like
Yep.
you didn't like it; it was too gruesome. And unnecessary, according you, right, honey? Unnecessary.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the first time you ever really see anything like that. And plus that's also the time when they started doing the switcheroo. Like they had been doing that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's when they started playing with us about Glenn.
And then up to that point, and then because they did it a couple of times, like they shot Daryl, but he wasn't dead.
Right.
But
Glenn gets killed, but he
but he's
miraculously
back.
climbs underneath the dumpster. And
Yeah.
now he's alive.
So they just started doing some really crazy things, and then that episode with Negan, which was way too it was way over the top, and then the next episode was way too long. I'm like, nah, I don't need any more of this. That's the last episode I've ever seen in the series. So anything that happened after that, I don't know what it is.
There you go. So, but we're going to finish it this time. So he can see what happens. And I've already seen it once, so that's, yeah.
So
When
I'm
Negan
just gonna...
showed up, I lost interest. It got a little... Yeah, I don't know. These are not my favorite episodes. I'd say my favorite time in the show was, kind of farm prison time. Season 2, 3,
I don't know.
4.
So I'm gonna start just plugging all of this stuff in so I can get a lay of the land of where the plugs go. I'm sure I won't be able to keep it this way, but I at least want to kind of follow along with the directions while we're live streaming here so I can figure out what's going on.
All right.
They do show all of this in the guide, by the way.
Hobbies with Newbie is here. Sorry for the delayed hello. I was sat on my living room floor building Lego.
All
I
right.
have the stream on the TV. All right. We love Lego.
That's a way better time. Wish I had some Lego right now.
There you go. When the show was new, I was following a few of the special effects folks on social, so it kept me focused.
There you
That's
go.
a good idea. Mike Fancy. And then says, and Gerard, Yellow Jacket is a girl cannibal thing, like Lord of the Flies has been disproved over and over in real life. The kids all bond and cooperate. Yes, yes. Yes on both of those things. I've heard about that. Yes, Yellow Jacket is girls Lord of the Flies.
It's just another drive to show cannibalism on TV.
And girls. And then and there you go. And Gerard says that thing doesn't really happen in real life, that actually the kids work together generally and sort it out. Work as a team. You going USB or can on this?
I think we gotta go can.
Chris Moran wants
the-
to know.
The thing, so I definitely want to go, I want to use CAN bus on it. But what caught me off guard is I'm going to have to build a specific cable because the Trident is the old school octopus board that has the, and I kind of touched on this at the beginning, but it has the old school RJ11 on it where for your CAN interface. And I could probably like get around it. I could solder it or do some creative stuff. But there is, Big Tree Tech does sell an adapter for like $1.50. So I'm going to get one of those and then kind of make my own cable for it. Shouldn't be that big a deal, but I did not have the parts on hand. So we got to wait a couple of weeks to get those. So for next one, we should be ready to do all of that.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, The Pit is getting better and better. Pittsburgh ER with Noah Wiley. I did see that he has a new show, and I like him. Did we talk about him? We might have talked about him last week with Falling Skies. I like Noah Wiley.
I think I know who that is.
He was in Falling Skies. He was also in ER, that show from a long time ago.
Classic good looks.
Yeah.
Chiseled jaw.
No, not. I mean, actually, kind of tall and skinny.
Well, I had to take a swing at it.
Yeah, he's no George Clooney, but
But who is?
right. No, but he's a good guy. He's got a excuse me. He's got a cadence. I don't know. I like him.
Crap.
Let's see. I think the adapter has an option for a cable that you could possibly start with. There you go. I love building Lego, but I'd rather be building a Core 1 right now. Ha.
Hey,
Pointy nose. Gerard says he's got a pointy nose. He does have a pointy nose.
pointy
And
nose.
he looks better with a beard than without, in my opinion. He looks better with a beard. More like pretty surfer boy. I would agree with that statement. He's young. Well, he was young. Now he's middle-aged. But, yes, I don't know. He's all
I think
right.
I know who we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think you do too. You'd know him if you saw him. He's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what's the other ones that we're watching? We're kind of all over the place. Lately, it's been Walking Dead and Yellow Jackets. We're still working on. I think we finished Picard, didn't we?
Yes, Picard is done.
We're done with Picard, unless they do another season, which was a really good show. If you're a big nerd like us.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that they're ending it on old school.
I hope that they do. You know. Besides that, Patrick Stewart's getting real old. I don't know.
I kind of feel bad for Patrick Stewart. Like, he is really, I mean, he's up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, let the guy retire.
I hope the Easter Bunny brings Core 1 kit next month.
They said that they were all, I read something, I'm sure you all did too, that they were on track to ship. So for the late March, by end of the month, they will be shipping those kits.
Excellent.
So that's good to hear. Core 1's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beast. I use it all the time. It's going right now. I've only had one failure, and I cannot figure out what caused it. It almost had to be the part lifted, because it was Spaghetti Monster, right? It was just crazy, like half the part printed, and then it was just craziness all over the top. But I couldn't find anywhere where it did lift. So some fluke thing happened. I have no idea what happened, but that's the only failure that I've had. So I've got a pretty good track record so far.
There we go. Strange New Worlds. What's that?
Mm.
I am ready for the new Orville. I'm ready for Orville. I love that show. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. And Picard left it with 7, and you don't know what her
Oh, that's right. It was
tagline
cliffhanger.
is. Engage
Yeah.
or
We'll never know.
hit it. I don't know. Go. Let's go.
I am Borg.
Vamonos. Yeah, I am Borg.
And then the show ends, Borg takes over, end of the world.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's getting good reviews, Strange New World. So when does this take place, Andrew? When does Strange New World take place in the Star Trek universe? Is it right after Picard or before, or not Picard, right after Star Trek Kirk, Captain Kirk, or before? Or... There you go. I'm curious about this. Ghosts, we've seen it. I've seen the American version. It's pretty funny. We haven't really gotten into it, but that might be a good one for us to watch. We're always looking for sitcoms.
Ghost?
Ghosts, it's on CBS. It's a funny show. I think I've pointed it out to you before.
I might have seen an episode before.
Patrick Stewart is 84.
Yeah.
There you go.
I hope I'm doing that good when I'm 84.
Sergio says Gremlins. You're referring to the movie, or you have Gremlins in your BoxTurtle there?
One show that I really, really want to like, I want to go back and give it another try, is the one with Nick Frost where they get hired to figure out what's like the paranormal stuff. And I cannot, people will get the name before, as I'm talking, there's somebody typing in chat of what the name of it is. I really want to like the show, but it is very dry.
Nick Frost?
Yeah, from like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. It's on, it's a streaming show. It's not on, it's a streaming show, and I know which one you're talking about, and I can't remember the name of it.
Sergio said, Gremlins for the print that failed. It must have been, because I could not find the evidence of why it would have. Hub goes up there.
Truth Seekers.
Truth Seekers, that's it, yes.
We watched it. I have a hard time with British comedy.
I really want to love it.
Yeah, me too.
But, yeah, I might have, and I don't know if it's still on, if they're and that's been a while, if they're making more seasons or whatever the status of the show is. But I really like the concept, and I like the people that are in it.
Strange New Worlds is pre-Captain Kirk. So there you go. Right before Kirk takes the Enterprise.
Mm.
Hello, Bob. Good morning. They could cut to a Beastie Boys clip. Hit it. There you go.
That would actually be the best one I've ever seen.
Gremlins in the print that failed. Yes. For All Mankind on Apple TV. That's the only streaming that we don't have. We don't have Apple TV. Patrick Stewart thought he was circumcised. His doctor had to tell him he was not. Graham Norton interview is hilarious. Oh, good Lord. We'll have to check that out. Graham Norton's pretty funny. Good morning.
There you go, turtleneck.
The last non-animated show I have followed as it came out was Burn Notice. I do remember that one. We have not seen Burn Notice. What you got there?
Nothing. I'm getting everything all plugged in. So now I'm plugging in the turtleneck.
Excellent. Well, we might have to check out that Strange New World. Moving on to our next Star Trek. Whatever. I'm
about Star Trek out.
Are you tired of it?
So it's going to have to be something pretty awesome.
All right. There's a Netflix limited series called Adolescence that looks pretty good. Kind of based on a true story. I heard it's real creepy. Severance has been fantastic. Too bad we've got to wait for the next season. I know, and they make you wait like a year. The new season of the one on Hulu. The Handmaid's Tale. The new season of The Handmaid's Tale is coming out soon. The last season, I believe. It better be the last season. We've dragged this on long enough. But I'm not a quitter, so I will finish it. But the last season of The Handmaid's Tale should be coming out next month, I think.
All right, so PTFE tube couldn't go on. Wiring's pretty much there. But I'm going to move on for now. and let's put together like some of the spool parts and things, because this really needs to be laid out in such a way, like this is going to have to be like well organized to work well. I just kind of wanted to put everything together to see how it was going to go. So now I kind of get it.
All right. Bye, Sergio. See you later.
See you, Sergio.
Foundation. I've heard that one is pretty good. Foundation. Let's see what that's going on here. Ooh. Ah. It's on YouTube. Oh, it's on Apple TV too. Science fiction show. Heard about it. Heard Silo is pretty good there on Apple TV.
Silo?
Yeah, it's got the gal from Dune in it and who played Rose the Hat on. Yeah, it's got her in it. Kind of interested in that one. Suits.
Suits. People have told me to watch that before.
I've heard it's pretty good. All right, there you go. Speaking as a Star Trek fan from the original series, Strange New Worlds is hands down my favorite series to date. I might have to look into it.
All right.
The Expanse was good. Silo is great. Suits is an awesome binge watch. Is Meghan Markle in it?
Who?
Meghan Markle. She's Princess Meghan. She's married to Harry.
I was gonna say, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah, she was in Suits. All right. Fallout is way better than Silo. There you go. Good to know. Is there a new season of Fallout coming out soon? Does anybody know?
I guess not soon.
They always make you wait so long.
They're making the donuts.
That's true.
Takes a while.
Takes a while.
They've got movie series, like quality on these things now. Used to take like 10 years to make a movie. Now they're cranking them out in 12 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, supposed to put bearings on these.
This is the sort of thing that is missing off the Prusa and the MMU. It's the paint trying to change the filament. It's a paint trying to change the filament through a buffer on top of a stack or lac tables is a right fiddle. Did I read that correctly?
Yeah, well, I know exactly the pain that they're talking about, and yes, you're right. That is the worst part about the MMU. I love the MMU. The MMU3 with the Mark IV is a flawless combo. I never have any problems with it, like the old school MMU. But I dread changing the filament. And that's just, I don't know, on that style, outside of doing something like this, where you can kind of locate it on top. But you gotta think too, like this is like a super automated solution. I mean, this is a really fantastic way of doing this, but there's a lot to it. But I agree with you, though. I do not like messing with the filament on the MMU. I try to just load it and then use what I have loaded, so I don't have to deal with it.
There you go. Now we're getting into discussion about Silo versus Fallout. Andrew says that he likes them both, but the gore in Fallout is a little off-putting.
There was some serious stuff happening there in Fallout.
Well, yeah.
It's a very odd show, but I mean, it's supposed to be, right? I mean,
It's a weird one,
but
I guess that's kind of the point.
Right.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of gore. I don't mind some graphic, material, but not too much. I feel the same way about like raunchy jokes. A little raunchy, but I do not care for raunchy jokes. I don't like, I don't know, don't like them. I mean, a little bit is okay, but meh,
Yeah. I agree.
We're gonna go see Wanda Sykes. Me and a couple of my girlfriends are going to go see Wanda Sykes. She's coming to Kansas City on Thursday. We bought the tickets like last year and she canceled. She had to reschedule the show. So now we're going to go see her makeup show.
She's putting on makeup?
I think she wears a little bit.
You said makeup show.
She's making it up. Wanda Sykes drops the F-bomb a lot. I'll bet she does. I think she swears. But
So do you.
yes, as do I. We went and saw Lisa Lampanelli a few years ago. Holy cow. You have to give yourself permission to laugh. Because the nice person in you.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yes, the nice person that says this is completely inappropriate and you should never, 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 never say these things or laugh when somebody does say these things is there. But when you're in the room and you're hearing the stand up or whatever, you have to give yourself permission to laugh. It's okay. You can do it just this once and then never tell anybody.
That's a slippery slope.
It can be, yes, but I'm not a joke teller anyway, so I'll hear jokes. I don't really tell jokes. Mostly because I'm terrible at it. So there you are. Reacher. I've heard about Reacher. We have not watched that. That's on Amazon Prime, I think. Let's see.
I'm missing one bearing because during the respooler debacle, I've been saying debacle a lot lately, but during that event, I shelled one. So I guess I only had the perfect amount. I thought I had some more of these, but these are pretty specific.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, I'm looking through all these parts and like all these different bearings that I have that I'll probably never use. But I was thinking about that at Murph, like just crating up a bunch of spare parts. I don't know what people would use them for, but I'd be more than welcome to give them a try. Here you go. Have these parts. Go make something awesome with them. There's just so many random things that I'm pretty sure I'm never going to use. But you never know. So I'm going to have to locate one of those bearings.
Okay.
There might be another box of bearings somewhere, actually. This doesn't seem like enough bearings for me. There should be more than this somewhere.
Oh, it's a spin-off of The Good Wife. Ah, sounds good. Elspeth. Said like a true UFO subscriber.
Yes.
Yeah, and as soon as you give them away, you'll need them.
I know.
That's always how it works. The second you throw something out, you're gonna wonder what you did with it.
But it's getting kind of ridiculous now. I think I want to say that I have like 70 or 80 stepper motors. I should probably give some of those to someone else.
You should, but then you'll need them.
Well, I don't know. At this stage in the basement career, I don't know that I'd ever need that many. Maybe 10. I'll save 10. But
The Boys, I heard that was a good show, funny show.
I've heard a lot of people say
making a
that's
movie.
good.
They're gonna make a movie.
I've heard a lot of people say that's good.
Yeah. Rockford Files reruns. Anybody watch the new Matlock with Kathy Bates? How do you decide which NEMA 17s to keep?
Well, there is a certain model that I prefer over others. There's a million different kinds. And it's not just 17s. I've got some other ones over there too, but there's a certain model that I prefer to use on like most stuff. And I want to say it's a 38. But I know it when I see it. So I'd probably keep like 10 of those. and then everything else would be up for grabs.
There you go. Oh, there Tom Llama's here.
Llama.
Riley's and all the Rileyettes. Build a music machine with noise drivers. That's a good idea.
You could do all kinds of cool stuff with steppers.
The Outer Limits from the early 60s. Comet plays the Outer Limits, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
And
kind of
Ray
hit and miss.
Bradbury.
Right.
And
Yeah, right. They were doing Ray Bradbury a lot. Right now they're doing Tales from the Dark Side and the old Friday the 13th weekly show, which is horrible.
what movie was on the other day that you were kind of happy to see? Was
That
there a movie on Comet?
well, they played the original Night of the Living Dead,
Yeah.
and I was really pleased about that. But Laugh has been playing some really odd
Have they? The Laugh
movies.
Channel?
And they're all we've had this discussion before. I guess they're all national channels, but
Yeah. Oh, are they?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
but
But analog
right
or old
yeah.
free TV.
free TV. But Laugh is one of them as well. It's comedy all the time. But both Comet and Laugh play a movie really early in the morning, and sometimes I will catch it. And but yeah, Night of the Living Dead was on the other day. But Laugh has been playing some really odd ones. Most of the time, it's Kingpin, and if you've ever seen Kingpin, that's what it's been for like the last
Same
month.
Kingpin.
But they've been playing a lot of the old Burt Reynolds movies, and let's face it, all of those movies surrounding Smokey and the Bandit are the same movie, just in a different format.
That's true. Yes.
Stroker Ace has been on, and that's the one where he's the stock car driver.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so they've been playing a lot of those as well.
Mm.
But yeah, sometimes there's a quality gem on there that I have to stop and watch.
All right. Well, you never know. You got to keep an eye out on these things. I watch some. We'll watch. If I spot one, then I'll try to remember it and make him watch it later. Cleaner is a very bad Die Hard movie you can skip. The Cleaner or Cleaner. I don't know that one. I might know it from I've seen a lot of movies.
Cleaner. Isn't that one like with what's his name? We've seen that. It's
2000.
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Isn't
new
that-
one.
Isn't that the
Is it
one?
a newer one?
I don't know. Well, I mean, within the last 20 years. Old Ben's getting pretty old.
Clive Owen did a Cleaner movie.
Maybe I'm thinking of another one. Maybe I might be thinking of The Accountants.
Oh, that's The Accountants, and that's not very good. Yeah, I don't know that one. Let's see. Yep, I don't know it. It is a little chilly down here.
You can turn that heater on there.
No, I can't. Trying to suck it up. I'm not sure why, but I should have worn longer socks.
Your legs are only so long, dear.
Nope, it's new. A girl Bruce Willis in a British skyscraper just released.
Huh.
Hmm.
So now I'm just doing odds and ends. Like these are the corners that hold the lights. They have to have some inserts. Just a lot of little things that we need to clean up. And then basically the difficult part is going to be getting all of the software and everything for the printer and getting everything working correctly. But the hardware, I need to find another bearing, which I'll do that as soon as I get off of here. The hardware is pretty much done. So, but just a few odds and ends to clean up.
All right.
So we'll do that while we're here.
That's good. Bruce Willis made some great, terrible movies. He sure did. Hudson Hawk. I remember Hudson Hawk. Is that the one where he had a brother?
I don't remember
I don't
Hudson Hawk
remember.
that well.
I saw 3 Men and a Baby on Showtime That's been a very long time since the 3 Men and a Baby. That was pretty funny.
That was a really popular movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. And it has Steve
Gutenberg.
Steve Gutenberg, and everybody loves that guy. So there we go. I love Hudson Hawk. Lost count the amount of times I've watched it. Now we gotta look it up. I know I've seen it though. My mother and I used to watch Moonlighting.
Yeah. Oh, it might still have supports on it. It does. Those are some good supports.
Oh, yes, yes. Yep, now I remember. It's not bad. I liked it.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk. It's okay. I think I've seen it a couple of times. Not a lot. Bruce always produces great, just barely grade A movies. I had to... Yeah, that's too bad about him. I mean, not just dementia either, Gerard. Like, what do they call it? Aphasia? Or he lost his words. He can't speak.
It's terrible.
That is something. I met Bruce Willis like once. He was in Vegas. He had a band and he was playing at the hotel we were staying at in Las Vegas, and Sandy and I, my sister and I, snuck into the after party and we got to meet him. And, I mean, very brief encounter. I shook his hands. He's got very soft hands. I was very, very drunk. He was also very drunk. And it was a very quick personal exchange, and then we left. So, and I'm not going to tell the real story. I made kind of an ass out of myself. I was very starstruck, and I made kind of an ass out of myself. So, and that's where we'll leave that. And since then, I do not generally approach famous people. Since then, I've seen Vince Neil from Motley Crue. And I did not approach him. I just bought him a drink and got a wave and a thank you. And that was that. And that's about, I try not to do that anymore. I made a fool out of myself in front of Bruce Willis. And so now I'm gun shy when it comes to famous people.
Don't worry, honey. He doesn't remember. That's
fine. I will remember for both of us. So there you go. All right, Tom. See you later. He's got to go shower. How's your shoulder? Let us know how your shoulder is.
It's all better.
Just go for it for the memories. That's right. Just do it. The memories are precious. That's true. And I will remember that forever. I think Vince Neil might have been the last one I seen out. I met Alan Rickman when he popped into the supermarket I worked at. Cool. That would be cool. Anybody
Alan
else?
Rickman?
Have you ever met anybody famous, honey?
Not.
What's the most famous person you've ever seen or met or been in proximity to?
I shook Bob Dole's hand.
There you go. You saw him at the airport.
I met him on a plane, yeah. And he said, I don't remember what he said now.
He was pretty old when you met him.
Yes.
Was he still a senator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob
Dole.
Bob Dole.
Who?
True American.
He was. Who did he run against? Bill Clinton?
I don't know.
I think he ran against Bill Clinton. I know he lost.
I met Bob. That's probably like the most famous person I've ever met. I saw Dave Chappelle at the airport once.
That's right. You've told that story.
Yeah. That's about it.
There you are. Let's see. Oh, Tom Lama's shoulder is sore, knee blew out after a fall on ice a few weeks ago. Good Lord.
Tom, man.
Surgery time for that next. Yeah. Well, take care. Met Bill Gates when he was in high school, so before he was famous. Went to a Supernatural convention and met most of the cast. Oh, that's cool. Got photos with him and everything. That's cool.
Yeah.
Supernatural. I did not watch Supernatural. I mean, like if it was on, but I wouldn't say that I followed it and really paid attention to it. Yeah. Bruce Willis and Vince Neil, pretty much the most famous people that I've been like in proximity to, made eye contact with. You know, but that'd be about it. I can spot them though. I used to be real good at spotting, like in Vegas and stuff. They're everywhere. The famous folks are everywhere, and some of them are kind of low key, and some of them are out there in the wild. And but I used to be pretty good at like. I think that I saw, before he died, Playboy Bunny. What's the guy in the smoking jacket?
Hugh Hefner?
I think I saw Hugh Hefner once in Vegas. But I'm not really sure. So there you go.
Yeah.
Had dinner with Harlan Ellison once. Also had a chance to work with David Zucker. I'll have to look them up. I'm not sure who those people are.
Does David Hewlett count?
He's a writer. David Hewlett.
Yeah. He was in like Shape of Water, and he was on Stargate.
Yes, he counts.
So he's probably the most famous person I've ever met.
There you go.
But I don't count. I mean, that's kind of a weird one for me because David is just a really nice guy, and like we chat with him on 3D printing streams. So I really don't like associate the two, like him being famous. So maybe I don't know.
Cool.
He's just a really nice guy.
Met a few TV famous folks at conventions. Joel Telling, does he count?
No.
If he was wearing a robe, then yes. I do believe that this old man, it was an old man, kind of tall,
He was
white
wearing
hair,
a robe, then
surrounded
yes.
by young, very pretty women, and he was wearing a robe or a smoking jacket type thing. Buck Rogers and Twiggy. Ooh, you met Twiggy? Yeah, David Zucker is one of the brothers that made Airplane and the Naked Gun movies. Thank you. Thank you for the reference. I did look up and saw that David Zucker was a director, but I didn't get into his career. Airplane is probably one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
I can quote Airplane all day long. We talked about this before, didn't we?
Oh,
We were
yeah.
doing Airplane quotes last week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I need... Ooh, this one's going to be close. I need a couple more parts, but I don't think I have enough of that filament left.
Steve Schwartz met Chris and Jackie online.
Yeah?
There you go. You hold on to that. Why? Oh, sorry. Surely you can't be serious. That's right. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. I say a lot. I say no dice, Chicago. I say that a lot.
You used to say it a lot.
I don't say it a lot now.
Oh, well,
Not as often.
I don't know now. I've
I do,
known
you're
you too
probably
long.
just used to it. I think I said something before.
I don't pay attention to what you say anymore.
No dice, Chicago.
Yeah, so I didn't print any feet. I was thinking like maybe that was part of like you can print feet for this out of TPU, but the LDO kit does have little rubber feet. So I was going to use those. There was a part in the build called feet, but it's actually like a little plastic base that you're supposed to print. I did not print any of those. So they're very small though. We can knock some of those out real quick.
All right.
If we have enough filament.
Bob says one day I'll sit down and watch Airplane. Give it a try. It's may not be for everybody.
It's getting a little dated.
It's dated, but I think it's hilarious. I love that movie. I haven't watched it in a very long time, but they got some of the best one-liners of all time. is Airplane. And the Naked Gun movies are really funny too. I remember those. Leslie Nielsen's the funniest not funny guy I've ever. Funniest straight man.
That's such a unique situation with Leslie Nielsen too, because I think he was like a soap opera actor or something.
Well, he did Dragnet. And yeah, a lot of police. Didn't he do police shows? I don't know.
I don't know,
But yeah, he's a very straight guy.
but hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I just emptied this trash can the other day, and I feel like I tossed some plastic parts and said to myself, I don't need those.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering if that's what I'm thinking of, but maybe not. It's nice that if you're a 3D printing person, it's nice to having a trash can that's just for 3D printed parts. Don't throw anything else in it, because you're going to go in there. You're going to dig for stuff eventually. All right, Core 1. How did you do today?
Andrew says he was lucky enough to do unit stills for David Zucker on a one-day shoot he was doing. A highlight for sure. That's really cool. Gerard says, "Did you know I am a pilot? I used to love to play act the autopilot from Airplane." I think the most famous person I've met is Gordie Howe in college. I worked at a grocery store he came into a lot. Gordie Howe.
That sounds familiar. Why do I know that name?
I don't know. I'm going to Google him. Gordie Howe. Canadian ice hockey player. He played hockey.
All right.
There you go.
I have very little of this white ASA left. We might have to deal with just white ABS for the feet. I don't think there's even enough on here to make a difference.
Hmm.
How about some ABS?
Elbows up. Did you watch hockey? You a hockey watcher?
Nah.
At any time? Elbows up, I guess is what this man used to say. I'm not familiar. But he was a hockey player.
Gretzky was still a really big thing when I was a kid, so like it was either
I remember Gretzky.
What was the show? There was a cartoon that it was Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, and I want to say it was Bo Jackson, maybe. But they were like superheroes. They were like, it was a cartoon. And it was called like the All-Stars or something. And they would go around solving crimes. But like Gretzky, he had like this slap shot and he would solve things with, yeah. Gretzky's a traitor, spoken like a true Canadian.
There you go.
But I vaguely remember there being some sort of cartoon like that. Which that memory is like just now coming back to my mind for some reason.
He was in a garage punk band called First to Last.
First to Last?
I've never heard of it. Oh, he's joking. They were so bad they motivated him to go into techno. That's good. Pro Stars.
Pro Stars.
Sorry, I got to say this. You worked for Larry Ellison, Nolan Bushnell, Robert Moog, Roger Lynn, Max Matthews. Saw each one daily for a while.
Cool.
That is cool. All right.
Spooler skirts printed corners. For some reason, the files, when I access them from this computer, they are corrupt. So like everyone else that uses Windows, I use OneDrive to keep, everything goes into OneDrive, then I can get my STLs from my laptop or from down here or wherever. They work on my laptop, and it's just for this project for some reason, just for this BoxTurtle folder. They work on my laptop. They are not here when I come down here to look for them. It's really odd.
Can I look them up on mine?
Yeah, you probably could, but I could just go out and look at.
Can you find it?
Yeah, I just got it on the. I just go out to the site and grab the file, but it is kind of odd and annoying, and something I should fix but don't. Foot. That's somebody else's problem.
Common for OneDrive. It is MS after all.
It's true. I don't know what I expect. It to work? Who's this guy? What are you, new?
Yeah. OneDrive sucks at syncing. Often.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Fancy.
All right. So we'll knock these out. What else do we need to do here? I mean, I know that we've got... It's going to be a minute before I get the parts to build my cables. I probably have enough that if I really wanted to manually build one, I could. But I don't really want to. Plus, we have other printers and stuff to work on. I'm trying to think what else we should do to get ready for this. I think that's about it. I guess I could go ahead and line up that PTFE like I said I didn't want to, but... I have lots of work to do on the Moldex.
That's true.
Not either loaded or the wrong type. What are you talking about, Core 1? Did I select ASA instead of ABS?
Step up your own cloud server. Own cloud works great.
Yeah.
Never have a sync problem. There you go.
There's a lot of cool projects like that that I should use instead of paying Microsoft for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I get lazy.
Yeah. I don't know, honey. I'm really thinking about Korean barbecue. I know it's not my weekend, but I may try to sell you on this. Nextcloud is my cloud server of choice.
Is it going? It's going. It's doing its thing.
Your
All right.
printer in the back there is making some funny noises.
No, it's just...
Sounds like
It's just happy to be alive.
sounds like a bird. I'm looking for a reasonable IDEX printer. Would you or someone on here have one that's unwanted or unloved?
Probably. There's somebody
Hope to
on
see
here.
you at Murph.
Yeah, I hope to see you.
I hope to see you at Murph. Yes.
Yeah, I have never owned an IDEX. I'm currently building one, but I've never actually had one. I've talked with folks about getting their IDEX and, reviewed it, whatever, but it's never happened. So you never know, though. Coming to Murph, there might be somebody that has one that they would like to give you.
Bill Heaton Rat Rig's small one is reasonable. Oh, there you go. He's saying Gerard said the small one is reasonable.
Let's go back to look at PTFE. What are our lengths that we need to cut?
Stop yawning.
What, you're not riveted by this project and everything that we're doing? So excited?
It's very
Can't
exciting.
believe that.
Yes.
Very exciting edition of Christmas Basement live stream. It's all got to be done.
Yep.
I haven't injured myself in a while. That's always exciting.
Well,
I'll try harder next time.
that's true. Yeah.
That's interesting. All the RGB, all the lights and everything, how does that get back? There must be some sort of... Like, there is a couple of these things.
Tom, you didn't miss anything.
Now I want to take a look. Because there's all kinds of lights and this and that and the other thing. There's a fan there. That's easy enough to fix. But how does all of that... Oh, it must be chained together. Nice. Okay, so then this goes in the last one. That makes sense. So what I'm talking about, I'm piecing it together in my mind before I tell you what I'm doing. So each one of these, right, there's like lots of cool lights and stuff on this thing. But like there's a light inside here on all the re-spoolers. So all of those come down. But I'm guessing you can chain them all together. I'll have to look a little bit more at the directions. Chain them all together and then run them into this adapter, and that will come back to your BoxTurtle main board. So interesting. I'm learning as I go. So anyway, sidetracked. PTFE. There are two different internal diameters, Bowden tube and BoxTurtle. 3mm must be used pre-extruder. 2mm Bowden must be used post-extruder. So I'm guessing this is the 2mm because there's a lot more of it. And then there's some 3mm. Okay? Gotcha. If not done during extruder installation, insert 3mm by 80 Bowden tube into spooler, and then 2mm ID is highly advised. And install in the lengths shown. So you got some 3mm, you got 4 by 80, and then you got 2mm, you got 2 by 101 and 2 by 171. So there you go, everything you needed to know about that. So let's cut those. Someone is showered. Oh, it's Tom. Someone is showered.
Took a shower. Got
On
cleaned up.
laundry and back.
Bad shoulder. Now. Well, bad knee.
Bad knee now.
Hurt your knee on the ice.
That hurt knee is going around.
Yeah, it's a thing.
4 by 80. Korean barbecue, huh? I know I'm really hungry.
See? Go check it out. Then go buy Costco.
Did we talk about the trip to Costco on here yet?
We went to Costco. Yes, I think we mentioned it. We got a giant box of Tide.
Well, I think it might have been that same day.
Oh, it may have been. Yes, we did go. Food
Don't
is
remember
always
now.
the food. Yes, it is.
Everybody eats.
We like it. Get your Cliff Bars.
Cliff Bars. Yeah, you go.
Yeah. Anyway, they close early though on Saturdays, so and that's a good thing, I think.
Depends how bad you need Cliff Bars, I guess.
Whatever it is they have. What do you send me? Caskets.
So we went to Costco and we bought the membership, blah blah blah. But that opens the door to all kinds of, email and all kinds of things they send you that they want you to buy. And some of it's kind of interesting, but I got the topper the other day because they sent me an email that said, I don't even remember what the catchphrase was, but it was something about dying a sensible way, or like preparing for your death a sensible way. And it was all of the caskets and urns that Costco would sell you at a more reasonable rate than other outfits. So you really can get anything there. I think they even like sell insurance and
They
stuff.
sell travel insurance, and they sell they had like a auto shop, tires there.
Tires, yeah.
Furniture, all kinds of furniture, clothing.
It's
I'm going to 3D print my urn. That's a good idea.
yeah, why not?
You
Yeah.
should. That's not a bad idea.
Costco is a heck of a thing.
Yeah. 3D print your own urn and bring it to Murph and make it good. Yeah, Costco's something else. It's a little overwhelming.
There's a lot going on there.
I need to go like during the week sometime when it's slow and really take a look and see what's going on. Or casket, that would also be interesting. Yes, it would be. There's a Kiss casket.
Not at Costco though.
Not at Costco, but there is a Kiss casket you can purchase. If it means that much to you, if you really are a fan, if you're a fan at all, then you have the Kiss casket.
It's true.
Anyway, I'll have to go check it out some other time when I can really get a look. But they had some good looking stuff there.
It was an experience.
Yes, it was.
Not necessarily good or bad. It was just an experience.
Yes. Gene Simmons does like money. He's a big fan of
He
it.
sure does.
Well, I mean, he's been called a sellout.
He never denied it.
Nope. And he that was what he said. If you're not trying to make every bit of money that you can, you know, like,
that's the definition of sellout.
why not? Why not?
That's a
I'll
sellout,
endorse
all
a
right.
Kiss casket. I'll endorse. Yeah, why not?
Well, I can think of a lot of reasons, but I get what he's
The
saying.
music. Give me a break.
I get
you know?
what he's saying.
Huh?
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Costco's Kirkland olive oils are all a great buy. They got all kinds of Kirkland brand stuff. Mary said the wine is pretty good. The Kirkland brand wine is not bad. They had a pretty decent liquor section there. 30 packs of Miller Lite. Biggins.
They did have large packages of beer.
Yeah, that's right. Big beers.
How are we doing?
I don't know. I want to go and look, but I don't want to go by myself. It's not fun if you're alone. I don't think. Like, if I were going in there and making a run, then yes, I would need to go alone. But
The reason you don't want to go alone is because you need someone to do something in case something happens. I mean, you could get trapped in this place.
lost
Something
in
to fall
there.
on you.
Yeah, well, I need someone to talk me out of buying
Well, that's true too. I mean,
30, you know,
it's
30
easy to
pounds of cereal or whatever.
it's easy to convince yourself to buy these things. You need someone to talk you out of it.
That's true. Kirkland brand French champagne was great this year. Really?
No.
Did they have the Magnum? Did they sell it in a Magnum? I hope so.
101.
There you go. So far though, we're looking at like, I saw somebody that said like monthly stuff. So like laundry detergent and toilet paper and kind bars, paper goods, things like that. You go once a month to Costco. You do once a month, and then grocery store for for your weeklies.
Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020. Ooh, grape. The grape one. What was your flavor, Tom? I drank the grape one.
Orange Jubilee is the best one.
Orange Jubilee, Chris says. I used to drink Southern Comfort.
Ew.
Yeah, that used to be my drink. That was before Jaeger, though.
Never
Then-
trust anyone that drinks Southern Comfort.
Then it was Jägermeister. Yeah, used to drink Southern Comfort.
What a
There's some-
horrible name as well.
It was bad. $7.50. Not a. There you go. Yeah, not a Magnum, but still, Kirkland brand champagne. Okay, sure.
Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Pretty much. Kirkland the champagne. They got it all, honey.
I know. I was there.
We saw it, everything.
I've seen it. I can't unsee it.
We got you a big box of rice cakes.
Mmm.
Are they good? Have you been working on them?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Something to eat.
Yeah, a little snack.
I'm an interesting eater.
Well, if you're looking for a little
It has to be
something-
well advertised.
I know it does. I'm gonna move them inside here before too long. What is that? Hafren Effer.
Say what?
Oh. A type of beer.
Hmm.
Hafren Reffer beer. Quantity, not quality. Ha ha ha. Plus the half had the puzzle in the cap.
Puzzle in the cap. So if you could still do the puzzle, you were all right.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what they say. Mike Fancy says I end up in Costco every couple of weeks for meds and minor groceries. There you go. Heffenreffer. Thank you. Heffenreffer.
All right.
We have garage beer. That's Travis Kelsey's beer. It's garage beer. I've never tried it, but you know, if you're not buying Southern Comfort in a 5-gallon jug, why are you even trying? Exactly.
The length of this will depend on how you intend to set up your BoxTurtle. 250 length is appropriate for the time being if you are unsure. Note that the arrows on the turtleneck point to the tool head. The ID of the Bowden tube from the turtleneck buffer to your tool head does not matter. Most are using 2.5. Okay.
My neck's a little stiff.
What'd you do?
Oh.
Hard mount for the buffer that will allow you to bolt the buffer to your 2020. There is a hard mount. Okay.
Lucky Logger. Have you heard of Lucky Logger?
I don't think so.
They had puzzles too.
Puzzles.
I've not heard of this.
I do like puzzles.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. If you're cooking with tequila, Kirkland is so much better than Jose Cuervo. There you go. I have never cooked with tequila. I put it in my margarita, but that's about it. We like Patron.
Fancy stuff.
Yeah, but we don't have margaritas very often, so there you go.
All right. What did it say earlier?
They did have, what did catch my eye was like that they had whole beef tenderloins and whole large cuts of meat that you can trim down yourself.
It's definitely a person. If a person has a freezer, this is the place to go.
That's the thing. We don't have the storage here we don't have the storage for all that food. Oh, go get yourself some. Oh, I got to look back at your at the pronunciation here. Heffenreffer. Oh, go get yourself some Heffenreffer. It's actually not terrible, and it only comes in 22-ounce bottles with a puzzle cap. What? I wonder, have you ever seen that beer anywhere?
I don't think so.
Let's see.
I don't know. I don't really look around for
I'll
beer.
have to look at. It's in Maine or Massachusetts, excuse me. May not be able to get it here.
That counts. You have to follow the recipe to make a margarita.
What's that? Oh, that does. Who says that? Should Gerard say that one?
Hobbies with newbies.
Oh, that's true.
True.
Malt liquor. It's no longer in production.
Oh.
Bummer.
Saved me a headache.
Brand was discontinued in 2013. I do like malt liquor. We like Colt 45. Everyone, what's the other? We do like malt liquor sometimes.
You don't. Well, I mean, like, some of it is like.
Mickey's.
Well, like Kira Ichiban is malt liquor technically.
Yeah.
But you know what you're talking about. Old English is the best. I don't care what anybody says. But you don't see that as often anymore. Colt 45, but Mickey's is the one you used to see the most. I haven't even looked for Mickey's in a long time.
I don't even know if they still have Mickey's. Yeah. I used to drink every once in a while. I'd have Mickey's.
That was back in the day though, like when you were buying singles. Like I couldn't even afford 6 beers. I could afford 1 beer.
Right.
It was like $1.25.
Yes.
So
I gotta print something soon. If I don't print something in a month's time frame, my printer seems to curse me with the first 5 print hours of being fails.
Oh no. Gotta keep it primed. Not made anymore. My childhood is destroyed.
Sorry. Look for yourself. It may be somewhere around you. We had chicken wing margarita last night. Ooh. Wings soaked overnight in tequila, triple set, garlic, lime juice, salt, pepper, and pepperoncinos in the air fry. That sounds pretty good. I'd try it. That sounds all right. Yeah. So right.
Stupid cheap. That used to be like there used to be a lot of different beers that you could buy, and a lot of them were like we used to call them dad beers, like stuff that your old man or your granddad drank, and they were all pretty cheap. Old Milwaukee, you could get like a 6-pack for $3.25. We'd drink Old Milwaukee quite a bit. Falstaff was still around. PBR was still pretty cheap at that time, which it's
not anymore.
It's as expensive as anything else.
Trendy now, yeah.
So I mean, there was a lot of that around, but I haven't seen that in a long time. Like anything somewhat discount that was still pretty good. I mean, it wasn't crappy beer. Like I wouldn't even as a kid, I wouldn't drink the Natural Light and things like that. It was awful.
All right. Back in high school, we were having keg party. We found out Colt 45 was on sale, and like 3 cases was more beer than a keg for like $5 less. We had a Colt 45 party.
There you go.
And a headache.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter brought me some chips to open for her, so we both got a bag to ourselves. That's all right. The one beer to have when you're having more than one. Olympia.
Schaefer. That's what he said.
Schaefer beer. Yes.
Yeah, Olympia Gold. I haven't seen any of that in a long time. Hams was always the cheapest.
Hams.
And not my fave.
I like it, but the song is so good.
Not Hams. Hams has a song that's good.
From the land of sky blue water.
Oh, no, I don't know that one. This 3mm is a pain in the butt. Just gonna put that out there.
That's my beer.
Hams?
Old Billy beer.
Oh, Billy beer. Wasn't that a Kennedy?
I don't know. I like Yingling. Yeah, I like Yingling.
Once you've had Yingling, you realize what you've been missing out on.
Mm-hmm. Billy Carter.
Carter, not a Kennedy.
My teen drink was sangria made from the family's 1,200 gallons of Chianti every year.
Well,
That'll do. My brother still has a 6-pack on top of his fridge. Billy Carter. Nice.
I knew this 3mm filament would come in handy someday.
I don't know. I always drank Bud Light. Bud Light when I was a
It's too
teenager.
expensive.
And then I got mature, and now I drink Miller Lite. I did not really drink much anyway as a teenager. I was more into herbal refreshments. Oh. But did the Chianti pair with fava beans? God. You knew that was coming. I do like sangria, though. Stepping out raspberry. I don't know that one.
This stuff is ridiculous.
Mm.
I don't like it at all. Might have to print these a little differently.
Boom sauce? What's boom sauce? My wife and I like boom sauce. Boone's Farm. Yes, I remember Boone's Farm. My friend liked that one. Strawberry Hill. Blech. So sweet. Oh, that's your favorite sound, isn't it?
Yes, that's my favorite sound.
Yeah. Boonesberry Farms.
Probably a better way to put that on.
It's an IPA made outside of Boston. Now, I have a little trouble personally with fruit flavored beers. They always taste like chapstick to me. I don't know, that fakey flavor, flaky. I don't care for it on beer. Fruit flavored beer, I don't care for it. I mean, like I don't mind like Blue Moon, but I mean, well, and that's not even. I mean, so like a little bit of orange or coriander, things like that kind of taste. But I don't care for raspberry beer or cherry beer. Or I have a hard time with that stuff. I don't know. If it's done right, I'm sure it's delicious. But I have yet to find one that doesn't remind me of chapstick. Old Milwaukee in college.
Old Milwaukee.
In Virginia Tech, you can get a case and a pint of Yukon Jack for the same price as Bud.
Mhm.
Gross. Life is too short to drink cheap beer. Yeah.
Old Milwaukee's pretty good though. I always liked Old Milwaukee. That and Falstaff. I always liked Falstaff.
Falstaff. TJ Swan was like the Miller High Life.
High Life, we used to drink a lot of Miller High Life because you could get it. It was like one of the first ones you could get in a 30-pack.
Yeah.
It was very affordable. But I'm talking like just the old, like, you could only afford $4 worth of beer. You'd get the OE 6-pack, and
Yeah.
that was it.
And don't share any of it.
No.
I'm kind of beer is usually what I drink, but I like wine.
Yeah, Bill, so the problem is so this is, they want you to use 3x4 tube on some of this, so to give you just a kind of a guide tube rather than putting any friction on the filament. And the sidewalls on those are so thin that it's really hard to work with. And it's not the fact that you have to open it up, is they want you to put these, and you probably wouldn't even have to put these on there, but just to make it look, official. They want you to put these over those, and they are a real pain. So the easiest way would be, these aren't the most round ones either. That's a very small part to print. The easiest way would be to print them a little slower and make sure that they were a little bit more uniform to put those on there. It's just too much of a struggle for me to do right at the moment. But I keep trying, as you see. That one went on. See, I just needed to take a break for a second.
There you go. Take a breath. All right.
What else?
Not much. We've been on for about 2 hours now.
I really don't have. I mean, I have to finish. I've been talking about the Moldex. We got to finish that, but I really don't have any streaming projects coming up. We will definitely have to do at least one more on this to get it running on the printer. So, you know, fear not. We will have things to do, but I don't really, you know, this time of year we would be working on something to take to Murph, which I technically am, but I'm talking about like something scratch built that takes a whole lot of time. I don't have anything for that right now. So I don't have a lot of projects coming up to do live streams on, but there's always something new happening, so we'll see what comes our way. The Core 1 kits are coming out. Maybe we could get a Core 1 kit to build.
That'd be good.
A lot of people are going to be building those.
Tom says take a file or sandpaper and just ease the outer edge of the PTFE. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I might have a file that's close to the size of these little parts. That might help. I had a... Nope, that's not it. I had a rat file somewhere. It used to be in this bin. I don't know.
I'm anxious to get my Core 1 and Cocoa Press V2 soon. They have a V2 now. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's different about that one, but I'm always excited to see.
Yeah.
I've never had the pleasure to use a Cocoa Press, but it sure looks like a good time.
I recommended a Core 1 to my doctor this week.
You did?
Yes, personally. No,
Yeah.
Gerard said that.
Oh, you should have. My doctor was asking me about 3D printers, in fact. So if my doctor's watching, hey.
There you go.
He was getting ready to... he was getting ready to write... He's like, well, what's your channel name? He was getting ready to write it down. You know, he's a doctor. And I'm like, well, it's real easy. You go to YouTube/my name. You got it right there on the sheet. And you're good to go.
Easy.
Somebody was telling me I should change my channel like to something else, but just still call it 3D printing to see who would notice. And I can't remember what the context of the story was now, but it was actually pretty comical. I think we were talking about AI or something. Just start doing that. See if anybody notices. You can still do AI in the basement.
Keep the name.
Got to. Chris's basement is very versatile.
Yes, it is.
How much longer am I? Oh, they're gonna take a minute. It's not the print time. A lot of it is the getting ready time, because the XL does it too, but a lot of the prussian machines, they have a soak time to try to get that bed try to get the readings on the bed as flat as possible. So you spent quite a bit of time waiting on the soak time, but if you're doing a lot of parts, it's not bad, but if you're doing just one, it's somewhat frustrating. All right, I got them all. Costco.
You want to go today?
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure I'm having nightmares about it. I can't recall one right now, but pretty sure that's happening. It actually wasn't that bad. Plus, I really want to eat some of their food.
Ah.
$1.50 hot dog.
Oh, just go in there and have lunch.
That.
Taylor from Canuck Creator also changed his name from Nero 3D.
Until this day, I can't get over it.
Can't get over it. There's a convenience store down the street that was named Cody's forever. And it's just a little shop, a little bodega. It's nothing. Just a little, you can get ice cream, you can get a loaf of bread and a pound of bacon, get some eggs. But mostly beer and pop and whatever. They got bought out. And what is it called now? Fast Stop
or something.
Fast Lane, something like that. But it will always be Cody's.
Yeah. And there will forever be people telling people, that used to be called Cody's.
If we lived near Costco, Steve, we would go there just for lunch. Yes. It's a little far for us. I mean, I wouldn't say it's way, but
it's 20
minutes or so from us. Not quite worth the drive. But if we had a Costco in our town, we would probably be going there for lunch.
Probably so.
Yeah. What was that chicken wrap thing?
Man, they have a chicken bake at Costco, and I haven't eaten at Costco in about 20 years. But we used to go there when I worked downtown. There was a Costco. We used to go there and have lunch, and they have this chicken bake thing. It's like a bread wrap with chicken and kind of a gravy in it. It is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I say that all the time, but it is phenomenal.
It looks pretty good.
Pretty good. And it's only $5.
I cruised by and somebody was eating one. And it looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the hot dog.
And hot dog. All right. Well, I think I've done as much as I can do.
Steve's got one less than 3 miles from him. See? Go get lunch and then eat for all of us. We're going to have frozen pizza. Boring. But good.
These don't even look even close to long enough, but I guess they are. Yeah, they're fine. Cool. There's a lot, the LDO kits include a lot of parts, like this Filametrics set. They give you the parts for that. And then they give you like the hard mounts and stuff for that, so you can mount the whole thing. So there's extra parts in here, so that's good. I like to collect hardware. I like the leftover parts for building other things. That's the fun part.
Yeah, parking. There's no in and out quick parking.
No.
I didn't tell you this, but Wednesday we had French dips.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the grocery store because I wanted to get another half pound of roast beef that we didn't end up needing.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the one, it was after my doctor's appointment and my knee was killing me. And I got a cortisone shot in my knee on Wednesday. And it's just very, it's full of fluid. And so it's achy and it hurts a little bit. And I went to the Price Chopper over there off of like Church Road and A Highway. It's a new fancy grocery store. It's very large, but the deli is down by the snack area and they have their own entrance. And I was going to park in like the pickup and delivery area like we did the one time.
Yeah.
And I thought that I did. And then when I came out, I realized I had parked on the sidewalk. And so I just poor ass and parked right on the sidewalk there. But I wasn't in the store 5 minutes. So it worked out okay. I didn't get in trouble for it. But I went to the new fancy grocery store thinking I was just going to sneak it, the pickup area.
You own the place,
call
I
your
guess.
Orders in. I just barreled right up onto the sidewalk.
Well done.
Thank you.
You had some people swearing at you that day.
Nah, I mean, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. It was 3.
Nobody
about
noticed.
3 o'clock. Nobody cared. If they care, I don't know. I could.
Everyone survived.
Everyone lived, and nobody said anything. Nobody yelled at me.
Oh, good. All right. Well, parking on the sidewalk, it's a thing.
Yes.
I'm for it.
Yes.
I haven't had time to clean up stuff. All right. So, hardware's pretty much done. I got a few more parts printing. They will be done here in 20-30 minutes or so. We're at 2 hours and 12 minutes. But the next thing we got, so I have ordered cables to make some CAN cables that I could make one now. They do give you a connector. I could make a custom one, but it wouldn't be that pretty. It does, again, it does input 24 volts. So we're gonna have to get a little creative with the octopus board that's on the Trident because it's old school. So we'll have to divide the cable up in between power and low-high for CAN. We'll go over all of that, which is going to be interesting. I'll try to learn that before I show you how to do it because it's going to be a lot of floundering around, finding devices and all that good stuff. We could use USB, but I'd rather go CAN bus. But again, hardware's done. I'll clean some of this stuff up, get the wiring all correct, and then next time we will spend all of our time testing it out. We should be in good shape, and then we'll be doing multicolor.
What did you do with your gold anniversary edition of the...
It is over there on a shelf. It got swapped out when the Core 1 came. I figured it was a good progression.
There you go.
Prusa for Prusa there. So yeah, it's over there still.
Good idea.
So we should be good. It does look nice. I like it.
It looks good, yeah.
We
Coming
got
along.
a few more little lights and things to do there, but we'll get all that fixed up.
So what do you think? One more stream on this one or two?
One more where we get it working, and if we want to do like a just like where we watch it do its thing kind of stream, maybe we could do that too, just for fun.
There you go.
So there's more to be done.
Gerard is reminding you to check the forum post.
Yes.
He's going to.
I will
I'm
take a look.
curious now too. So there you go.
Exactly. What did you're lazy. All right, so that's good enough for today. It's kind of a short one today, but I feel good about it. We've conquered some things. Things are going together well. We should be up and running very soon. So it should be interesting to watch this thing work.
All right.
That's it. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
See you in a couple weeks.
See you in a couple weeks. Eat something that is high in calories. My doctor's watching. You didn't hear that.
Today's the day.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Now.
See you later, everyone.